gentlemen, welcome back to more WWE Smackdown versus Raw 2007 General Manager mode. My name is BrendenPlayz. We are coming off the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, which was a pretty successful show for us. We had a fatal four-way match for the Intercontinental Championship with Shelton Benjamin retaining his IC title against Bobby Lashley, Ric Flair, and RVD. We also had Kurt Angle win back the WWE Championship against Shawn Michaels in a submission match. And Rob Van Dam went on to win the 29-man Royal Rumble match in the end. So Van Dam finally gets the big win, and he will go on to main event WrestleMania. So now we are here with this week's Raw, and we have a bit of a build-up now. We've got, what is that, 8 episodes, including this one now. It makes it 9 episodes of Raw until WrestleMania. Smackdown has the No Way Out pay-per-view in between. That will be our biggest hurdle to overcome. We have a few new rivalries I've got my mind set on right now for WrestleMania. Let me know your thoughts on them. Obviously, Kurt Angle and RVD, the champ versus the #1 contender. Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit. And, I went for a bit of a legend versus legend match. Mick Foley versus Ric Flair. And also, reason for that as well is because we don't have a lot of, we'll see in a moment, we don't have a lot of dirty superstars or heel superstars to kind of feud with some of the top clean guys, so we've had to kind of, just compromise there. And obviously as well, we've already established Lashley and Shelton Benjamin, and we'll do that all the way through to WrestleMania as well. So we have still a few guys we haven't used. Orton, Michaels, and Edge, some of the bigger names there, and a few tag team guys and a few floaters as well. So I think right now, I was thinking about doing Edge and Randy Orton as a rivalry, kind of turning on each other and doing a rivalry, but that will obviously leave Shawn Michaels without a big match for WrestleMania, and I don't know, and also the tag titles without a big match for WrestleMania as well. So we might have to just kind of compromise and come up with something and maybe make a bit of a makeshift tag team. I don't know. We'll have to try and come up with something, and we'll leave it at that. We'll focus on it in the next week or so, but for right now we do have those rivalries set in stone. Here's our roster right now. Angle's up top, and we have a few guys around that 90 mark as well, and plenty of guys in the 80 range at the same time doing quite well. We're trying to get rid of as many people as we can in this this 70 range, and we're doing a pretty good job of it. Most of them kind of cleared out now, or at least moved themselves up, and even around this 75 plus mark is still very good, and we're very happy with that. So all is pretty well with our roster. Alright, so let's get into the show this week, and we'll need some more money, so we'll start off with that. We'll probably have some contracts coming up, and we need to kind of boost RVD's popularity up, since he's going to be in a big matchup at WrestleMania. Currently only an 87, we need to boost him up, so we'll have him feature in our main event as well, and well, I guess he could go one-on-one with Shawn Michaels. Since Michaels is not in a rivalry, he can go one-on-one Michaels, and Angle can be in Michaels' corner as well, so we keep that rivalry going. As well as that, I guess we could do focus on the Intercontinental Championship, so we could have Matt Hardy, or actually no, we'll have Bobby we'll go Shelton Benjamin against Chavo Guerrero with Bobby Lashley in Chavo's corner, just to keep that rivalry going, because like I said, over the last number of episodes, we don't want to have the same matches all the time. We might do, I guess, the Ric Flair Mick Foley match now, just to start that one off and see where we're at with that match. And we still have plenty of guys left over, so we might do a tag team match to begin the show. And we might have Edge and Randy Orton team up. The Edge is actually 94 popularity, so we definitely need to be doing something important with him at WrestleMania. And we might just throw the Boogeyman in there. And is there anyone else available? We've kind of used some of the guys we were planning on using already, so I guess Kane and Big Show, we could just do that match with them again, even though we've had that match a few times now. We'll just see that match one more time just to get us through. I'm thinking maybe I might trade the Big Show out, try and see if I can get another guy in to team up with Kane, or trade both of them out for somebody just to give Randy Orton and Edge another opponent. Obviously, I would love to have the Undertaker in. So maybe one idea I had was maybe trade Shawn Michaels out, bring in the Undertaker if possible, and have the Brothers of Destruction against Rated RKO for WrestleMania. So that's an option. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to make that happen. But if we can, obviously, that would be fantastic. So we've got Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit available. So we'll have Eddie Guerrero. He can go up against, I think the Boogeyman was available. So, yeah, okay, we'll do that. Boogeyman and have Benoit in his corner, just so we don't waste that match already. And we're kind of stuck with a bit of a leftover matchup. So we'll just do Lita versus Tori Wilson with Hardy in there. And obviously, a lot of people kind of complain about the women's situation. That's just to be expected, I guess, considering that we try to get rid of most of the women because they're just a bit of a nuisance on our show right now. And we did that to get some better superstars in for WrestleMania season, so we kind of had to sacrifice our women's division. So that's the show this week. Big match here with Van Dam and Shawn Michaels. We'll play as Rob Van Dam to get him that victory, hopefully, to boost him up. And this is a big match as well. Shawn Michaels, the former champion, getting a chance to see the new #1 contender. See how he goes. Alrighty, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Rob Van Dam is going to be challenging Shawn Michaels to a big main event matchup here on Raw tonight. It's going to be a tough challenge for Van Dam indeed, but he's coming against one of the absolute best in Shawn Michaels, the former champion. This is a good test for RVD to see where he's at heading into the WrestleMania season and his opportunity for the championship at the main event of WrestleMania. And here we go. Here is his opponent, the Heartbreak Kid, the former champ. Well, he's got his Royal Rumble opponent in his corner tonight, the man who took the title away from him, Kurt Angle. But Shawn Michaels looking for a bit of redemption here. He's up against RVD, trying to get a win back and keep himself at the top. Here we go. This match is about to get underway. Michaels versus Van Dam. Big main event here for Raw. So we had a good win at the Royal Rumble. We did pretty well in the end. A bit of a rating spike for us. So we do have a nice little lead. It's not big, but it's, you know, it's there. We do have a lead. And we just need to keep momentum going. Obviously, we are kind of restarting our rivalries. That's going to be our big issue. We don't have any existing rivalries in place anymore. So we need to make sure that we keep on delivering as much as we possibly can. This week, you know, I didn't want to give too much away. I didn't want to have, you know, too many big matches this week on the show. Just the big one here, Michaels and Van Dam, which obviously is a huge matchup. We don't want to give too much away too quickly. Obviously, we got 9 shows to fill until WrestleMania. That's going to be pretty tough to do, considering, you know, the rivalry system in this game. You have to compete against each other every single week. So we don't want to start off the first week and already, you know, we've had all the matches set for WrestleMania. That would be a disaster. So, you know, we will have to have them at some point, but we'll try and, you know, space it out a little bit more than just a week. That's always, you know, like we said, we've talked about this many times throughout the series, but that's such a difficult thing to kind of, you know, work with. It's, oh, Van Dam, you think you hit the wrong guy there. I mean, yeah, the referee's an idiot, but, you know, we don't need to hit a suplex on him. But I guess that's one of the hardest things to do in this whole series. If, you know, we look back at the series, it's the hardest thing to do in GM mode. It's, you know, trying to make the rivalries exciting and fresh, even though, you know, for a long period of time, because you have to have these guys compete against each other every single week in some kind of way. And I mean, you can have them compete, you know, or be the manager or something like that. There's only so many times before it gets kind of overused, and that's, you know, it's difficult. And also, if you've got everyone set in a rivalry, that makes it even more difficult as well. So yeah, it's tough. It's probably the hardest thing I've had to deal with here in GMO. But you know, we try our best. And normally, I guess, if I wasn't doing a series on it, I probably wouldn't care as much. I'd just do the same matches all the time. Why not? But certainly now, the challenge as well to make the shows exciting and more interesting to watch as well as keeping the ratings going good and keeping the rivalries going. It's a difficult one. As Kurt Angle gets himself involved. Come on, ref. Where's the DQ? Throws RVD back in the ring, but Van Dam countering. Coming back off the Michaels and connects right to the face of HBK. So Van Dam backing up after the Royal Rumble where he competed in that steel cage match. And then he went on to the Royal Rumble match as well. He lasted a long time. He and Randy Orton dominated the majority of the Royal Rumble. And it was down to those final 2 men as well. What a match that was in the end, that contest that they had. You know, those 2 guys, you know, lasted the majority of the Rumble. And it was pretty fitting that it came down to those 2 at the end, but unfortunately for Orton's sake, he couldn't get it done. Van Dam did in the end. It's, shoulders down here. Van Dam in some trouble. Michael's trying to put him away with the sunset flip. Oh no, he just kicked out. Jeez, that was close. Oh my goodness, I thought that was all over right there. I thought, what the hell? How did I How did he not kick you out? But he did in the end. Van Dam fires back with a suplex. Stomping away right now. Michaels Kurt Angle showcasing his cheerleading ability. Trying to cheer on Michaels here. I guess that's the first time he'll be doing that. Perhaps the last as well. But obviously, Kurt Angle, I mean, you know, you've seen Rob Van Dam. He's taken a really slow rise to the top here. It's finally happening, but Angle's been champion many, many times. He's watched Van Dam compete for that IC title, had a couple of chances at the WWE Championship without much luck. I guess if you're Kurt Angle, you're probably not too phased, probably not too concerned about RVD, but considering the type of year he's had. Oh, what about that from Van Dam, launching himself off the top, and now into the cover. Could be in here for Shawn Michaels. Van Dam thinks he may have him, and no, the shoulder just gets up. Van Dam was close, but not yet. Not yet at all. And now, Michaels countering, takes RVD off his feet, and gonna try and keep Van Dam grounded. I guess that's the way you want to do it. You know, if you're going to beat Rob Van Dam, you have to try and take out that high-flying ability out of his game. And that's the best way to do it. Take out the legs as Michaels has the hold of Van Dam. Oh, wow! A fall-away slam! And he threw him outside the ring! And I gotta say, that's one of the things I love about this game in particular. Oh, Michaels tried to launch himself. I mean, being able to throw your opponent outside the ring and do all that type of stuff, you know, something that's, I think, missed. You know, that's just a standard fall-away slam, but it threw Van Dam outside the ring, and that was cool. So, Van Dam back in here now, trying to consolidate, trying to get himself back in this match, but he's going to be met with a couple of elbow strikes there by Michaels. And Michaels, oh, launching himself at RVD, but now Van Dam connects with a suplex. Van Dam just struggling a little bit. Michaels has been able to get on top here, but here comes RVD going for the rolling thunder and connecting. And now, no way he's going to hit from there. He probably realized. And oh, I guess he probably thought that Michaels might run into that, but turns out Michaels was not interested at all, keeping his distance from Van Dam. He probably knew what was coming. Now Michaels going to set him up, going for that sharpshooter. Can he turn him over? He's got it locked in, the sharpshooter. Trouble now for Van Dam. He's got to crawl to that rope. He's got to get there. Otherwise, Michaels will make him tap and win this match. But Van Dam, luckily enough, able to survive. Michaels releases the hold. Not a lot in the tank now for Michaels. He's struggling just a little bit. Van Dam trying to survive as well. It's a close encounter between these two. Two of the absolute best here on Raw, fighting it out here in our main event. Van Dam now from behind. Tries to strike and sweeps Michaels off his feet. Thought about going up to the top of the rope, but saw Michaels getting back to his feet, decided against it, and instead connecting. Oh, Michaels countering that suplex. Strikes from behind. And tough going right now for RVD. He's going to try and survive here. Now, Michaels, another sharpshooter. This is trouble now for Van Dam. I think he may have to tap this time. RVD in some real trouble, but is he going to be able to get him, Michaels? No, Van Dam's still in it. You can see Michaels just struggling there again, running out of gas. Van Dam just can't quite put Michaels away here. Can't stop the offense from Shawn Michaels. As now he takes Michaels off his feet. Now Van Dam realizes it's a big opportunity. He's going to line Michaels up, going for the 5-star frog splash. No, Van Dam misfiring because Michaels gets out of the way. Surviving this match, but for how much longer? Shawn Michaels still continuing to work away on the legs right now of RVD. Michaels one super kick away, one sweet chin music, and this could be all over. Now Michaels, he looks as though he's ready. Van Dam countering. It's behind on Michaels. You see RVD just struggling for a bit of energy right now. Exerting a lot, trying to sustain Shawn Michaels. Kurt Angle watching on. Probably not in all that phase. I mean, Michaels is really getting the job done here. No surprise, Michaels is one of the absolute best. Now Van Dam going to line up Michaels. Is this the moment? No, Michaels out of the way again. Shawn Michaels just continues to find a way to get out of harm's way. Now Van Dam grabs a hold of Shawn and striking Michaels right in the face again. Well, that's been a real attribute of his game here tonight. Those kicks are really putting the pressure on Shawn Michaels. HBK still in this match, but once again being met there by a suplex. And you can see Michaels, he's down. Not out though. Michaels back to his feet. Michaels, side headlock now on RVD. Van Dam can't quite break free of it. And Van Dam now sweeping Michaels off his feet. Van Dam thinks he's got a chance. He's not going to go for the 5-star, instead launches himself on Michaels, now into the cover. This could be it here for Van Dam. Yes, he's done it. Van Dam gets the win. Well, he went for the 5-star frog splash a number of times. It misfired. Van Dam decided to go for something different and caught Michaels off guard. And something that was going to be able to execute a little quicker than the 5-star. He lands right on Michaels, goes for the pin straight away, and I think just caught Michaels off guard and picks up the victory. And that sends a message to Kurt Angle here tonight. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, let's check out the results of our other matches. As we have Chavo Guerrero picking up a victory over Shelton Benjamin. A bit of an upset there, I would say. Mick Foley defeats Ric Flair one-on-one. Boogeyman, wow, there you go. Boogeyman defeats Eddie Guerrero. Maybe Benoit getting himself involved there, helping out. Torrie Wilson defeats Lita. And Rated RKO win again over the Big Show and Kane. Alrighty, so let's go check out the ratings results. How did we go this week? Can we get a much needed win? No. Smackdown, only 70,000. Okay, they did run an interference as well. So it was a close week. Despite us not having any rivalry set in stone really, that will help. So we had a 3-star rated show, a couple decent matches, not really a lot to really talk about. Smackdown, yeah, they had a bit of a better show, definitely. Let's have a look. Wow, only one stipulation match? Only one title match? That must be a record. Emails. Ooh, 3 contracts expired. Wow, we do have 1.5 million. That's the first time in a long time I've actually had any damn money. That's a nice treat. We've got money to spend. That's always nice. That's fantastic. Alright, let's sign these contracts. No worries, we can sign them. And we still have money left over. Wow, what is this? What is this concept of money? I've never really thought about it. I mean, any free agents? No, of course not. SmackDown holding on to all their people. And so here's what... Oh, we lost a rivalry already. Who did we lose? We lost Mick Foley and Ric Flair. We know they had a one-on-one matchup. Okay, that's odd. Okay, sure. And fan support, we still have a slight little lead, a couple 100,000 viewer lead over SmackDown. So it's getting close. We are now really on the road to WrestleMania. 8 episodes to go till WrestleMania. It's time for us to kind of really ramp it up. We're going to do some title matches in the next few episodes. We're going to really put some stipulations and things like that to compete and really make sure that we get this ratings win and we get GM of the year. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you can, let's try and hit 100 likes on this episode. Subscribe if you already haven't. Subscribe if you haven't already. And thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode.